Okay, let's do a harder successive difference problem. I wrote the numbers on top for this example right here. We want to know what goes in this blank. So the first step when we're doing a successive difference problem is to rewrite all the numbers neatly without commas. Okay, so let's do that. We have 5, 34, 243, 1022, 3121, 7770, 16,799, and then whatever the next number is. So how it works is we take our two numbers next to each other and find the difference between them. So let's look. Here we take the difference between 34 and 5. Okay, this means what is 34 minus 5? That's 29. We do it for this entire row. Next we say, okay, what's 243 minus 34? And you could always do the work on the side. You could use a calculator, whatever you feel comfortable with. Here we get 209. Next we subtract 243 from 1022. Let's see. Looks like we get 977. Okay. Let's keep going. 3,121 minus 1,022. Let's see. Should be 2,099. Okay. For these big numbers, I don't want to do it in my head. Let's write it on the side. 7770 minus 3121. Let's borrow. And we get, oops, should be a 4. 4640. Oops, 4649. I can't even read my own handwriting. 4649. Another big one. Actually, we could do this in our heads. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. 7 minus 7 is 0. And 16 minus 7 is 9. So 9,029. And then we don't know what this difference would be since we don't know what that number is. Okay, so just make sure you put a blank there. We're going to need it later. We're going to keep doing this process until we get a number all the way in the bottom where we can't take any more differences. So I'm just going to even draw my little V's and take the difference from this row. Okay? So here we're going to do 209 minus 29. Okay, that would be 180. 779 minus 209 gives us 570. 2,099 minus 779. Let's see. I think that's 1,320. 4649 minus 2,099. Again, I don't want to make any mistakes, so let me do this one on the side. Okay. We get 2,550. Next, we have 9,029 minus 4,649. Oh, I have to borrow here. Looks like I have 4,380. Okay. And another blank. We don't know what the difference is yet. Hopefully this is making sense so far. We're going to now take differences for the next row. 570 minus 180 is 390. 1,320 Is it 1,320? Minus 570. Let's do that one here too. Let's see what we get. 750. Okay. 2,550 minus 1,320. That one I could do in my head. 1,230. And 4,380 minus 2,550. Let's see. That would be 1,830. And for all the ones that you can't do in your head, again, use scrap paper to do it, or a calculator, whatever you want. Okay, I'm just going to make more room here for the next row. Let's use another color. Let's use purple. You could see how it's getting smaller and smaller, so we're going to take less and less differences. Okay, so we have 750 minus 390. That's 360. Next, 1230 minus 750. We'll do that one out. $480 we get. 1830 minus 1230 is 600. And here, another blank, we don't know it. Good, I could see there. We're so close to being done. Let's do the next row. 480 minus 360, 120. 600 minus 480, 120. Whew! So now we reached the end. We got the same number. That tells us that our bottommost missing number is also 120. They're going to have the same differences. Since we know that 120 goes here, the purple blank above it we could figure out, because 120 is the difference between 600 and this number. So that means mathematically, we have 600 minus x, well, subtracted from x, gives us 120. So our answer is 120 plus 600, or 720. And we just work our way up this little ladder. 720 is the difference between 1830 and the number. So in order to get that, we would add 720 plus 1830. Oops. And we would get 751, 2550. Okay, we would add our 2550 with 4380. And we get, let's see, 0396. So 6930. We add that to 9,029 to get the next step up. So let's see, it looks like 15,959. And then to get our final answer, we're going to add, and I'll do it right here, 16,799 plus 15,959. And we get 32,758. So again, the successive differences, we're taking the differences between pairs of numbers until we see the pattern and can't take any more differences. We'll get 0 next. Once we find out the first blank on the bottom, we take that number and add it with the number diagonally to the left of it. Okay, so we would add it to 600 to get 720. Take 720, add it with 1830, it gives you 2,550. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, great.